Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show, where I get to talk to authors from all over the world about their books, their processes, where we can buy the books, how maybe we could write a book of our own someday and be like these authors. By the way, check out this one, Rape of the Aegean. It's fascinating, about espionage and some other things like that. We'll find out what it's about, because not only do I have the book here, Rape of the Aegean, I have the author here, so let's see if I can find him. Where did he go? Where did he go? There he is. Author Philip M. Cooper. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Rape of the Aegean. People might not realize what is the Aegean? Let's start with that. Is that a sea?
Well, it's part of the Mediterranean Sea between Greece and Turkey.
Between Greece and Turkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would you call
Beautiful part of the world.
What would you call your
very volatile part
volatile?
of the world.
Still is, huh?
Yeah.
What would you call your genre? Espionage, thriller?
A political thriller.
Political thriller, right.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it might have something to do with Greece or Turkey or both.
Very much to do with Greece.
Okay,
It's set in Greece, actually.
Set in Greece. Tell us a little bit about the book, Philip.
Well, it starts off with a secret meeting held in Berlin, a Berlin hotel, between the Prime Minister of Greece, the Foreign Minister of Germany, and the Finance Minister of Russia. And they're hatching a plan because Greece is broke, and they need to get money and get out of the austerity that Germany's opposed. They've put on them. They've hatched this deal whereby they will defy international agreements and take the assets, the oil and gas, out of the Aegean Sea, despite the fact that it probably would precipitate a war between Greece and Turkey. And then from then on, it becomes a little bit more complicated because London gets involved. They've been seeing Greece moving left on the political spectrum, so they decide to organize a coup, an army coup. And they decide to do that on the day, 28th of October, which is what in Greece it's called Oki Day. It's the day they defied the Germans in the Second World War. And at the same time, it's a triple narrative story. So there's stuff going on in Langley, in the CIA there, stuff going on in northern Greece, and also in Athens. But they all join up at the end. Anyway, what happens is that the finance minister is assassinated, and the hero of the story, Alex Kalfas, is blackmailed into becoming the new finance minister. And but unbeknown to the prime minister, he's actually a CIA sleeper. And so with the CIA itself, they put what do you call it? Someone to look after him, an agent from the CIA who just happens to be an ex-East German double agent. And she is assigned to look after him, and they try, with the help of someone called Chris Horsman, who's the CIA stations chief in Athens, to maneuver around all this sort of mess between different countries and sort the things out.
Is this intended to be in a set period of time, or is it left to the imagination?
Well, it's no, because the way I set it out, the chapter headings have dates and the year. It's 2010, actually.
Yeah, and of course it's a novel, but it sounds like there could be a lot of truths in this book.
It is. I used a lot of. I lived in Greece for 20 years, and one of my best friends, his father was jailed for 10 years for involvement not only in the coup that actually happened in 1967, but also because he was involved in the attempted assassination of Macarius in Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a lot of things when I went round that house,
Yeah.
probably stuff I shouldn't have heard. But a lot of it I took in, and it sort of formed bits and pieces of the story. As well as that, there was an organization called the 17th of November Group,
Mm-hmm.
which was a terrorist organization in Greece in the late 80s it started. And their first assassination was the CIA chief, station chief in Athens.
Mm.
And they assassinated 23 high-profile Americans in a period of 15, 16 years.
Mm.
So all that was sort of pulled into the story in a way.
Seems like this book took a lot of research. Is that right?
Yeah, quite a lot of research, but also it's from, my particular experience in listening to what was going on.
Right.
I mean, quite often in that house, there would be, CIA people coming into the house and talking to the father of my friend.
Wow. You're able to witness all this and kind of weave it into a tale?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Try not to, I mean, turning fact into fiction.
Facts into fiction, but there were facts to kind of build upon. That makes the book way more interesting to me. I've always been fascinated by Greece, but it just seems like a friendly country with friendly people. I love the Greeks, but I only know Greeks in America, none from Greece. So, by the way, when you're over there, did you pick up the language?
I speak fluently, yeah.
Greek.
Well, I'm actually half Greek.
Oh, you are half Greek. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm half Greek.
Yeah.
So I speak it fluently, and that's the other thing. Another reason for writing the book was that people go over to Greece for holiday and it's idyllic, and they stay on the islands and it's beautiful sun, weather, etc. But underneath, in Greek politics has been very volatile for decades.
Yeah.
And it's only really recently that they're becoming more stable. But they've had a lot of political troubles.
Philip, by the way, if you want to find Philip's books, type Philip M. Cooper in Amazon. Well, where else can they find the book, Philip?
Well, on most bookstores like Barnes and Noble and places like that, Smashwords.
Oh, yeah.
And what's the other one? Books to Digital.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, on your website, philipmcooperauthor.com, can they order the book there? What will we find on the website?
Not yet. I'm just working on that at the moment. You can't order the book there.
Okay.
But it will lead you to where you can order the book.
Yeah. Nice. I just thought, is the website giving more background? Or don't you have a couple other books out?
I have the follow-up to Rape of the Gin, which is called Smoke Screen.
That's right.
And that's the period of that book is about 10 years after what happened in Rape of the Aegean, but it's the same characters.
Yeah.
And then I've just finished the third in the series, which is called the Aegean Enigma.
Yeah.
Again, the same characters.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of a hybrid, this one, because it is a sort of a political thriller, but also it's part science fiction as well.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Your imagination has taken off, Philip.
Yeah, probably too much.
Yeah, I want to give a hint to our viewers. I kind of know, I can say this because my dad never watches this show, but I know my dad's getting for Christmas because he loves this kind of political thriller. And he loves to learn about different places like Greece or different places that he's not familiar with. And then there'll be a follow-up and a follow-up. So the next 3 holidays are taken care of for me for that. But everybody loves, I have to go to so many people's houses at this holiday season. I always take a a host gift. So this year I'm taking all books. So I know
Oh,
the
great.
exact kind of
Yeah.
person who loves this kind of thrillers and espionage and political thrillers and stuff like that. Philip, we're running out of time already, but any last thoughts about your
Oh,
book or anything in the world you want to talk about?
no, not really. I mean, I just hope that people take the chance and read the book.
Yeah.
They will enjoy it. It is really a page turner.
Yeah, and I feel like more than just people who are interested in political uh, uh, espionage and things like that, but we're going to learn a lot about Greece, I've got a feeling, if we read
Yeah,
this book.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
will people recognize places in the book and say, oh, I've been to that
Yeah.
spot? They,
Yeah, no, yeah. There is a map at the beginning
oh,
which
nice.
shows where sort of the story goes, the
Hmm.
threads of the story. So, but I'm sure anyone that's been to Greece on holiday will recognize a lot of these names.
A lot of the places, yeah. I do, when I
Yeah,
read books a lot now, I use Google Maps and go right to the corner and
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
spot. I was at the spot the other day where George Washington was down in Brooklyn, marching across Brooklyn. I found the exact corners that he was on. It's a really fun way to read
yeah,
nowadays. Well,
yeah.
Philip, I'm inspired by you in this book, and I hope our viewers will get it and read it, and I hope you'll come back on the show again and again, Philip.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Rape of the Aegean. Just go to. I don't push Amazon. It's the easiest for me because I'm a member. I press a button, it shows up the next day. But wherever you like to order books, start by typing Philip in M. Cooper. You'll see all of his books. And I just
Yeah,
appreciate your time, Philip. I always love to have you on the
my
show.
pleasure.
And
Yeah,
for
my pleasure.
and for our
Nice
viewers,
seeing you.
don't go anywhere. We're going to have another author right after this.